The greatest gift you can give a young child cannot be bought, packaged, or powered by batteries. It is the chance to become confident, capable, and deeply curious about the world. Yet many parents are worried. Children seem more distracted. Imagination feels weaker. Frustration appears faster. Attention spans shrink. But what if the problem is not a lack of stimulation? What if children are drowning in it? Stay with me, because this idea challenges much of what modern parenting has come to accept, and it may completely reshape how you think about early childhood. First, an important reassurance. Buying toys does not make you a bad parent. It is usually an act of love. It reflects care, good intentions, and the natural desire to give children joy. But love, by itself, is not what builds the brain. Experience does. Especially in the earliest years of life, when development is happening at a breathtaking speed. Before the age of 5, the brain is forming connections more rapidly than at any other time. Every interaction, every discovery, every moment of exploration leaves a mark. And, surprisingly, the most powerful drivers of growth are often not toys at all. To understand why, let us briefly look backward. There was a time when childhood looked very different. No glowing screens, no flashing buttons, no electronic voices filling the room. Yet children still played endlessly. A stick became a racing car. Sand transformed into cities. Old containers turned into treasure. Stories emerged from nothing. Games were invented on the spot. Children were not waiting to be entertained. They were creating. This is not nostalgia. It is consistent with what we know about development. Young brains thrive on active engagement, not passive consumption. They grow through experimenting, imagining, testing, and problem-solving. Unstructured play, the kind without instructions or fixed outcomes, fuels creativity, emotional strength, and flexible thinking. But many modern toys reverse this process. They light up. They speak. They direct. They reward. They tell the child what to do instead of inviting the child to think. The result is subtle but powerful. Imagination is replaced by reaction, curiosity by compliance, creativity by button pressing. And the brain, which is designed to explore, receives fewer opportunities to do exactly that. So what should parents focus on instead? The answer is refreshingly simple. Rather than asking what else to buy, consider what else to provide. First, space. Not perfection, not elaborate playrooms, just safe open areas where a child can move, experiment, build, and rearrange. Space signals freedom. Freedom invites exploration. Exploration drives learning. Second, time. Children need stretches of time that are not constantly interrupted or structured. Overscheduling steals something vital. Even boredom has value. In fact, boredom often ignites imagination. It pushes the mind to invent, create, and wonder. Third, open-ended materials. Some of the richest play experiences come from ordinary objects, boxes, fabric, paper, kitchen utensils, crayons, household items. When an object has no predefined purpose, the child supplies one. That act alone strengthens creativity and problem-solving. Fourth, trust. Growth requires struggle, small challenges, minor frustrations, moments where things do not work immediately. When adults rush to fix everything, children lose chances to develop persistence and confidence. Sometimes the most supportive response is patience. Finally, presence. Not constant instruction, not non-stop entertainment, simply being there, observing, listening, responding when invited. A calm, steady presence provides emotional safety, and emotional safety is the foundation of healthy development. These conditions shape far more than play. They shape the future adult. A child who learns to imagine becomes an adult who can innovate. A child who learns to navigate frustration becomes an adult who can endure difficulty. A child trusted to explore becomes an adult confident enough to take initiative. This is why the conversation about toys is not really about toys. It is about environments, about experiences, about the kind of minds we are helping to build. Modern parenting is filled with pressure, more products, more activities, more stimulation, more comparison. But powerful development often emerges from less noise, less direction, less interference, and more freedom to think, experiment, and create. So perhaps the better question is not, what should I buy next? But rather, what kind of person am I helping my child become? When children are given room, time, trust, and the freedom to play, something extraordinary happens. They do not merely stay busy. They develop resilience, creativity, confidence, and independence. Toys may capture attention briefly, but imagination shapes a lifetime. If this perspective gave you something to reflect on, consider liking this video, subscribing for more insights on child development, and sharing it with another parent. Because the most important parts of childhood do not come from stores. They emerge from space, simplicity, and the freedom to explore.